I know it can feel really hyperbolic to be like, oh, democracy's on the line. And, I think that the reality is that democracy is itself a process that you have to participate in each time. And I think it really comes down to, do you want to be among the group of people deciding our decision makers or no? Because that's the difference between deciding to vote or not. And you might not get your result, but at least you can say you cast a ballot for, the person that you want. And so I think just local elections, the fact that every vote matters, the fact that everything impacts everything else. You can be, voting on Supreme Court, but you're also voting on abortion and gerrymandering and all the things that go along. And you could do that for every single office, local offices. Maybe you're figuring out who's going to deal with trash better on your street. Like that's a real thing that could really be impactful depending on who wins. So I think you just have to bring it back to people's real lives. And you also have to accept that even if you don't care at all about the president, you still need to care about the election. And those can be not mutually exclusive things.
I heard a quote, and I feel bad that I can't recall who said it, but that it was essentially our democracy is very new, right? It is, while you gave us some great historical context, many of those pieces of history were before women and Black members of our community, and Black women specifically, could vote. And so we are still an evolved, maybe it was you, Dr. Smooth, who said that. I don't know. And so we are still in this evolving democracy in this space of whether it works or not. Not only are we new, we're like super new at democracy. And so the fact that right now we have people who are trying really hard to maintain and hold power for themselves makes sense over history and over time, dividing populations in order to try to make sure that they control power, dividing women, dividing marginalized communities. They're marginalized so that they can't see the power of working together, right? And so what we have with voter turnout, the reason it's so absolutely critical that we do turn out and vote is because this system is an experiment and it is brand new. And if we don't show up for a brand new experiment, it will fail, right? So we have to keep going and doing the work of turning out to vote. Not again to sound hyperbolic, but to say that it's critical and new.